To whom we all bow and curtsy. The king was so lifeless because he was wifeless. Some thought he might go berserky.
The king was so lifeless because he was lifeless. Some thought he might go berserky.
We started a search for his bride, and Susa and its countryside. When we met Esther, we knew he'd request her over the rest to apply.
When we met Esther, we knew he'd request her over the rest to apply. Yesterday, yesterday, not tomorrow or yesterday. A big parade, a holiday today. Yesterday, yesterday, we were seen in her best array. One so beautiful, sweet and beautiful. Today is yesterday.
Now, what can you tell us, Your Highness?
There was an orphan named Esther, whose cousin adopted and blessed her. For this old man she does all that she can, for his love and God's love possess her.
For this old man she does all that she can, for his love and God's love possess her. So
Esther was brought to the king.
in his heart a great bending knee.
Now,
Now is Queen Esther and her she guess, her highness is what we all see.
now I'm Queen Esther, I'm sure you've guessed. Her Highness is what they all sing.
Yesterday, yesterday, not tomorrow or yesterday. A big parade, a holiday today. Yesterday, yesterday, we were seen in her best array. One so beautiful, sweet and beautiful. Today is
If it pleases the king, may I thank everyone for their love and good wishes.
All right, let's party. That is Xerxes. The king lives in the fast lane, you know. Go, go, go. And when it comes to advice, he goes first to his new advisor, Haman.
Yuck! Yuck!
Blush.
Your Majesty. Haman, my man. Xerxes, I hope you're recording that Haman has far too much influence over the king.
Queen Esther, you know I'd do anything for you.
Look how everyone bows down to him, everyone except my cousin Mordecai.
Yes, Your Highness.
See you around the palace.
Wow, if there is a God, Queen Esther must have what he had in mind when he created women.
No wonder everyone in Susa loves her.
such an obedient girl.
You can quote us on that.
Which one of the scribes are you?
Xerox, and you are?
I'm Susan. So is she. Call me Susie, and this is Sue.
Sue?
That's right, a boy named Sue.
Yes, since we're here from the city of Susa, we call ourselves the Susans. And we're so proud of our own Esther becoming queen.
You're Esther?
Oh yeah, she's Jewish, just like us. But Mordecai, well here he comes now. Mordecai told her to keep it a secret when she went to the palace.
You see, some persons think they're better than us.
Some even hate us. And nobody hates God's children more than Haman.
Yuck. Blech.
Now, through faith, anyone can become God's child.
Mordecai, this is Xerox. He's copying things down about Esther. And about us.
I see.
And you say you call yourselves God's children?
Yes, we even have our own book, but it's not a record of what we say and do, but what God has said and done for us.
From the creation of man to his promise of a Messiah to save all men.
And women. To
Till then, we must live by God's laws and love Him with all of our hearts. As our book says, the eyes of the Lord reign throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. 2 Chronicles 16:9.
Like a hen can figure chicks, God can always spot his jokes.
I'm God's girl with God's eyes. Search the world, He'll see His Spirit in me. God's God, God's girl, God's child. You can't be born God's child. It's not by nation or race. Here is the King. Have faith and believe. Your sin confess, and God will do the rest. I'm God's girl with God's eyes. Search the world, He'll see His Spirit in me. God's God, God's girl, God's child. Cain of old was God's child. Each prophet and godly priest. Their stories we know because they were told and listed by name in Hebrews Hall of Fame. Abel with his offering, Enoch in his walking, Noah in his building, Abraham as a pilgrim, Sarah in her bearing, Isaac loves and caring, Jacob in his living, Joseph in forgiving, in his journey, he and his courage, Rahab and receiving, Brad and believing, Samson with his great might, Jephthah and his great fight, Israel's great queen, and Samuel could all sing. I'm God's God, I'm God's girl, with God's eyes. Search the world, He'll see His Spirit in me. God's God, God's girl, God's child. God's God, God's girl. God's God, God's girl, God's child.
So, if Haman knew Esther was God's child, he'd hate her too?
Oh, yes. Esther has the king's heart, but Haman has the king's ear. Xerxes will do just about anything Haman says.
Look, Haman's entering the palace. You better run.
You better bow.
I'm not so sure about that now.
Such a nice boy.
Guard,
State your name and purpose for entering the palace.
I am Haman.
Well, according to the official revised Bridge royal rule book, anyone who approaches the king in his court without being invited will be put to death. Security reasons, you understand?
And you think these rules apply to me? Surely you jest.
Do I look like a court jester? And my name is not Shirley.
Yo, Haman, is that you, bro?
Your Highness, may I...
You forgot the magic words.
If it pleases the king, may I enter?
Well, okay. And you come too.
Yes, sir.
Haman, my man, bow down and tell me your problems.
Your Highness, Persia is up to its neck in people who aren't even Persian. You know, men like Mordecai, the Jew, who don't look like us, don't dress like us, and won't bow to the I mean, won't bow down to the king.
You don't say.
I do say. So may I,
The magic words.
if it pleases the king, may I kill them?
Well, okay. Did you get all that, Xerox?
Yes, sir, but
But how soon can this take place?
Have you cast a lot?
No. I've had very little time for fishing, sir.
No, bro. Have you cast a lot? The toss the dice to find the best time for this.
Doomsday.
Well, little Xerxes give you a little Xerculean advice. Everybody's got a future, but you got to know what the future holds.
through the calendar to plan special days, the castle to watch, praise and land. God knows the future, the destiny, for He holds time in the palm of His hand.
I wanna know what the future holds. I wanna know right now. I wanna know what the future holds. Who, what, when, where, how. Who, what, when, where, how.
God sends a show, Jesus sin and a sham. Some seek the future in the stars.
But don't call us psychic for what lies ahead, or lies you'll get plus a jagged car. I wanna know what the future holds. I wanna know right now. I wanna know what the future holds. Who, what, when, where, how. Who, what, when, where, how. We don't know what's coming or what the future holds, but we know who holds the future, and His name is the Lord. It's God alone who knows what the future holds. It's God alone who knows right now. It's God alone who knows what the future holds. Who, what, when, where, how. Who, what, when, where, how.
It fell on the 13th of Adar.
It's from the Lord. I wanna know right now.
Xerox, copy whatever Haman tells you and send messengers to post the decree.
Then read it and weep, Mordecai.
Oh God, I know every decision is from her hand, but I beg you not to forsake your children.
Mordecai, what's wrong?
Haman has written this decree ordering that all the Jewish people are to be killed on the 13th day of the 12th month.
No, this is terrible. Help us, Lord.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, Xerox, have you heard the terrible news?
Heard it, I had to write it.
Can Queen Esther still help us?
Only if she reveals her identity, but then she would be killed with the rest of us.
Oh, Mordecai, what will we do?
Our book says, the king's heart is like channels of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it whenever he wishes. Susan, take this decree to Esther and ask her to beg the king's mercy for God's children.
But the law says that anyone who approaches the king without an invitation can be put to death, even Queen Esther.
Then make sure she reads this note from her cousin Mordecai.
Xerox, follow me.
God be with you.
What? Oh, yes, sir. Thanks.
State your name and purpose for entering the... Oh, sorry, Xerox. I didn't see your press pass. And who's your lady friend?
Just as Susan with a delivery for the Queen.
I see. Is it a present?
Something like that.
Then you may present your present to the Queen. I made that up myself.
You surely are clever.
Then see the Queen. But my name's not Shirley.
Susan, what will you say to the Queen?
I'll tell her what she once told me. All are to be put to death on the 13th of Adar. Oh, Susan, this is just the kind thing Haman would order, but I can't do anything to stop it.
Did you read Mordecai's message?
At the bottom of the decree.
Esther, don't think because you're a queen you'll be spared, for maybe you've become queen for such a time as this. For such a time as this.
Each day has the same 24. 2 dozen hours no more. Each moment you spend won't come again, but the present turns into the past. Sunrise brings promise and hope. A new day to use for the Lord. At the end of the day, it's the sunset away. So for now, do all that you can. The present is a gift from God. This day, this hour, this moment. The present is a gift to you. What will you do with the present?
Tell my beloved Mordecai, I will go, and if I die, I die. I will not dismiss a time such as this. For now, I'll do all I can.
The present is a gift from God. This day, this hour, this moment. The present is a gift to you. What will you do with the present? What will you do
I will plead for my people.
with the present?
I'll pray for you, Queen Esther.
Yes, and ask for everyone to fast.
To fast?
For 3 days, no food, no drink, just prayer. On the third day, I will stand before the king. Until then, we will pray that God will turn his heart on our favor. Will you pray for me, Zira?
Well, I never thought much about God, much less about praying. But I sure like you, Queen Esther, so for your sake, I'll pray.
Thank you. Now, both of you, go quickly.
And so God's children fasted and prayed. And on the third day, Esther was to approach the king, as noted by...
When you enter the court, can you get a message to Esther?
Of course, Mordecai. What is it?
Write this down. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6.
What's that?
When you're worried, remember these words. When you're afraid, don't forget them. When you're stressed,
You will be blessed if you state your faith like this.
God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control.
Every situation,
God is in control.
it's no exaggeration.
God is in control.
Nothing is by chance.
God is in control.
In every circumstance,
My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control.
be strong and have courage.
God is in control.
Do not be afraid.
God is in control.
The Lord God is with you.
God is in control.
He will never fail.
My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control.
Do you understand this message?
Deuteronomy 31:6, yes, that verse says, be strong and courageous, for the Lord goes with you and will not let you down. I say that's a good verse for such a time as this. May I?
Sorry, Queen Esther. You know I can't let you pass without the king's permission.
Yes, and if it please the king, may I enter the court?
Esther, how dare you? Wait so long to come and see me. So what's up? What you need?
If it pleases the king, would you and Haman come to my banquet today I have prepared?
Cool. Yo, Haman, it's dinner and a movie with the queen.
Haman?
But isn't he the enemy?
Queen Esther, I'd be honored to attend your banquet. But you need to know I'm a vegetarian and somewhat lactose intolerant.
Of course.
Okay, let's partay.
Look, Mordecai, Xerox running back from the palace. Is Esther still alive?
Yes. Did the king ask for her request?
Yes. Did she ask us to spare us?
No.
No!
Esther invited the king to a banquet today, and when Xerxes asked for her request, he just asked her and Haman to join him again tomorrow.
She's wasting time, Mordecai. We need her to act now. The 13th of Adar will be here before we know it. She should be pleading, not eating.
Yeah, what's she waiting for? For God, who might want her to wait until the 11th hour of the 12th day of that 13th month.
What do you mean, Mordecai? 11, 12, 13?
My children, God is not in our timetable, or Haman's, or anyone else's. God is not in a hurry because God is God.
$46 sheep, 74 sheep, 84 sheep. This is the pits. It's 11:59, almost midnight, and I can't sleep, especially with all that racket going on outside. I know. Listening to the royal record always puts me to sleep.
Yes, sir. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Mordecai, I know him. As Mordecai sat at the king's gate, he overheard two of the king's guards discuss a plot to kill King Xerxes.
Say what?
So Mordecai told Queen Esther, who told the king. And when Mordecai's report proved to be true, the guards were hanged.
I don't remember that. So what did we do to think this Mordecai?
According to this account, nothing.
No way. Somebody, anybody.
Hey, man, it's Haman. Pardon the sawdust, but I've been building something for you.
Cool. And when somebody does something for the king, what should the king do for them?
Well, you could give that someone a royal robe, size medium. Put him on one of your horses, the spotty one. And then lead him through the city, yelling, "Look what's done for the man who pleases the king."
I like it. So get all that stuff and do it for Mordecai the Jew.
But I thought you were talking about...
And Xerox, you make a record of it all. And you need to cover the banquet tomorrow, too.
Yes, sir.
But if it pleases the king, I...
The new magic words are good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite.
Is this too much or what? It's the middle of the night. Mordecai's sound asleep while Haman is building gallows and planning his death. But when Xerxes can't sleep, God reminds him of Mordecai's good deed, and Haman ends up having to parade Mordecai throughout the city of Susa. Did I just say God did all that? Well, for all that to happen, there has to be a God, and he has to work the night shift.
While you are sleeping, God's busy keeping his word to you. While you are snoozing, God is refusing to quit. While you are snoring, heaven is pouring its grace on your life. Every promise he's made, God will keep. While you're awake, or while you sleep. While you're napping, God is recapping his plans for you. While you're drooling, my God is ruling the world. While you are resting, angels are blessing this day that's ahead. Every promise he's made, God will keep. While you're awake, or while you sleep. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. All my problems every careless in your hands, and I'll keep them there. While you are sleeping, God's busy keeping his word to you. While you are snoozing, God is refusing to quit. While you are soaring, heaven is pouring its grace on your life. Every promise he's made, God will keep. While you're awake, or while you sleep. Every promise he's made, God will keep. While you're awake, or while you sleep.
So the next day, Esther prepared a second banquet for the king and Haman, as recorded by Xerox the scribe.
What a meal that was. And the stone milkshake was an especially nice touch.
Thank you. Haman.
Cat's meow. Make a note of that, Xerox.
Yes, sir.
So, what you need? You know, up to half of the kingdom will be yours.
If it please the king, will you spare my life and my people's?
Your people? Say what?
This decree says all God's children will be destroyed on the 13th of Adar. Your Highness, I beg you to reconsider.
I didn't write this. Who did it? Who?
It was Haman.
But I thought the queen was Persian. You know, one of us.
Guard.
But I'm your right-hand man. Okay, what if we just kill Mordecai? He's the one I really want.
Your Highness,
Take him away.
and where should I take him?
Didn't Haman just build some gallows meant for Mordecai the Jew?
Then take Haman to the gallows and bring Mordecai to me.
Come on, Haman.
Surely you won't harm me.
I'll do whatever the king says. And for the last time, my name's not Shirley.
No!
Yes, God is in control.
Guard.
Read it to us again, Xerox.
One more time.
I love this part. Okay. So Mordecai was brought before the king, who was so impressed that he had adopted Esther and raised her that the king made Mordecai his new royal advisor. And the king allowed him to write a new decree. On the 13th of Adar, all God's people should defend themselves from anyone who tries to harm them.
That's us.
Yes, thank you, Lord. Praise the Lord. We're saved.
We're saved!
Hooray. Now add this to your book, young man. God's children are to celebrate this day forevermore, and we will call this day Purim, after the casting of the lots, or Pur.
It will be a day to celebrate Esther's faith.
Yes, but this year there's more to celebrate than just Esther's faith.
You're right. We've all learned to trust in God. But for one of us, it's the very first time. How would you say that, Xerox?
Well, I spent all my life copying down everyone else's words. I'm not sure I can explain what happened.
Maybe I can help.
In that moment, when everyone is praying, and suddenly you can see just who they are. In that moment, when heavenly music's playing, and you realize God never was that far.
That moment of time, that moment
Well, that completes Esther's story in the royal record, but don't you think we should include it in your book, Mordecai?
Oh, there's no doubt that Esther's faith will be noted right up there with that of Joshua, the judges, Ruth, Samuel, Ezra, and Nehemiah.
Oh, cousin, it wasn't me. It was God with me.
Well, for now, I've got the whole scoop on Esther and everything God has done.
Extra, extra, read all about it. The Queen of Change, her nation's faith. Spread the word within and without. Today to celebrate her extraordinary faith.
Like the Queen of Persia, show your version of Esther-Ordinary Faith.
Give all your problems to God who solves them with extraordinary faith.
Put your faith in the Lord, and it will grow. Before very long, the world will know you have the most extraordinary, extraordinary faith. Extra, extra, read all about it. The Queen has changed her nation's faith. Spread the word within and without it. Today to celebrate her extraordinary faith.
Now Susan's with their extraordinary faith. The king and Haman now believe in extraordinary faith.
Curtain calls are always really tough.
Excellent job. Can I keep this here?
Awesome. These guys have done so great. Here in just a minute, they're going to meet you out in the fellowship hall. First, we're going to have a slideshow about the whole week, what happened. We're going to give them time to get out of their costumes, get their mics off, and then get in the fellowship hall so that you guys can get autographs from the stars that were up here tonight. All right? They're going to have a wonderful time doing that. First, I know it's kind of hard. Let's see. Hey, Serenity, can you turn on the house lights? There we go. Okay. Yeah, hi, everyone. Now I can see you all. Okay, if you were a volunteer this week, could you go ahead and stand up, please? I know a lot of them are out there, but I want anyone who's in here who is a volunteer. There's a couple over here. There we go. If you volunteered this week, yeah, give them a round of applause. You two as well. Y'all volunteered. 3. There we go. All right. When one of our church members came to me, I'm not going to say who it was because she may not want me to tell you, came to me with the idea of doing this whole thing, I looked at her like she was a little crazy. But I was like, let's do something new and different that will bring kids in and they can learn in a different way. And these kids blew me away. In 5 days, they learned this show. So that's pretty fantastic. Awesome. All right. All right, we're going to show the slideshow. If we can get the projectors turned on. Are they not turning on? Jeff is on his way to save the day. Thank you, Jeff. All right. So I'm just going to stand here and stare at you all. Yes, another round of applause for that. Thank you very much. Let's see. I think that's all I had to say right now. But yeah, we're going to show a slideshow, and then after the slideshow's over, we'll go out in the fellowship hall, and all the kids will be out there signing autographs. There's cookies and there's punch. Hang out, talk with people, and the slideshow will be up in here in just a second. There was supposed to be music behind this. There it is. Let's restart it. Go say hi to your kids.
serenity,